Good evening, everybody. This is Blue Falcon TCG coming at you with our episode 0 of Duel Night. The reason why I say episode 0 is because there was quite a bit of kinks and things like that. One of the workout. On the left, we got Live Twin, Runic Sprite, and on the right, we got Drytron. He's gonna already start it off with the red girl going into the blue girl. I have no interactions at this point in time, but it honestly wouldn't be like it mattered. He opened up the blue, so regardless what I got, he has the full combo. Gonna go ahead and use that blue and grab the Jet. Jet is, we already know how bonkers Sprite can be uninterrupted. It just really comes down to have the Dark Ruler no more or not. Nib me if you want. Jet's gonna grab that Sprite starter. I'm sorry about the camera being messed around with right now. It was really bugging me how it was kind of crooked. Like I said, here in the future, all of our other Duel Night videos will be a little bit more consistent and a higher production quality. I really just wanted to showcase this really fun duel I have with one of my local buddies. And he's going to go ahead and link to using the Sprite Blue and the Sprite Jet into the IP Mask Arena. And then now we're going to get into the good old Live Twin shenanigans coming up. But at this point, I think this was a misplay here because he put himself heavy into nib range. He does have starter, but he did have the red hand already. And then he's going to go ahead and activate starter, paying 1,000 life points to go ahead and get that carrot. Now, already at this board, we already know this is pretty consistently just, it's going to be hard to break it anyways because he can just go right into the Nightmare Griffin using IP. And that just kind of like turns off most of the decks. So this is those Live Twin shenanigans here. Going to go ahead and set up a good consistent board. He's going to go ahead and link to into the blue girl, special summoning the red, but we're going to go ahead and get the zones right. We are going to do red, grab the blue girl. That way he can go blue into the red girl. Keeping those zones correct. Now, out of all of your favorite Sprite variants, which one is your go-to? Personally, I like pure with adventure, so adventure, or like Apple Dragon Synchro Sprite. I don't know. I've always kind of like stayed away from the Live Twin. I just felt like it wasn't as consistent. It really does rely on getting the bodies on board. But if I had to really pick, I think I would pick For Hire as my favorite right before adventure. Just because Adventure has really pretty cards. That's pretty much it. A lot of alties in Adventure Sprite. Not so much in the other ones. So we go ahead and pass turn here. We already know this is going to be a difficult time. We got Carrot Red, IP, the blue and pink girl. We're going to start it off with a good old hand shuffle and thinking, activate prep rights from hand. He's gonna activate Carrot, tributing red. So I'm feeling pretty strong right here. I go ahead and activate Nova. I have the full combo. I'm ready to rock. So we go Nova, no effect in response. So we go ahead and special Alpha Thubin, which is, we already know that is full combo. Change my mind. I'm going into Zeta because, like I said, this is a for fun episode 0. Good casual time with the friend. I did speed up the game a little bit because it would have brought us to 40 minutes, and that doesn't seem too fun to watch, especially with some low production. So hopefully here forward, like I said, we'll be bringing you some real solid gameplay. Gonna go ahead and activate Delta's effect, tributing Gamma for cost. He is chaining IP Mask Arena, and he's gonna go into the Griffin turn skip. That's exactly how I felt. I definitely had a sigh right here. I was like, wow. And obviously you can tell I don't know how to read cards. Because if I would have read that card, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to out it in game 1, since the Drytron effects resolve in hand, will activate in hand. So I'll be able to actually get the ritual, spell surge, etc. Things like that. But we're gonna go ahead and go into Nightmare Phoenix, no effect. Then we're gonna activate Gamma, attributing Draconids for cost to special summon the Zeta. Right here, my thought process was, all right, well, if everything's negated but link monsters, I think I'm gonna have to go into a Boral Sword and try to push game. Oh, excuse me, I got tired out of nowhere. Real quick card spin to get Runic Destruction, which is great. Banish top two consistency cards. We got Cyber Emergency and a Prep Rights being banished. I'm gonna go in battle phase, run over the red. I believe there was a misplay there. He could have used a quick effect to special the blue one. Not totally sure. I have very little time on the Live Twin package. But we're linking one and Link Rebo, leaving the 2K Zeta up board. This is where we wish Predaplant was back at 1, because we had that DPE. But we don't. And it's okay, because that would be pretty inappropriate. Passing turn, he goes ahead and already goes right into the Live Twin combos. Realistically, this would be a solid place to scoop. I know he doesn't have a battle phase since he activated Runic Destruction. He's going to go ahead and link 2 and bring back that little boy right there, the little girl, the red one. Gonna go ahead and special. And gonna link again. The reason why he grabbed from the grave is because he was just, what was it called? Instead of proxying the other one, we're just gonna, we just let him grab from the grave. Just, like I said, friendly duel. Next one will be a little bit higher production value, things to do like that. I have a really antsy way of just fanning out my cards whenever, but he goes into the Unchained Link and just Link 4 just popped my shit, which is cool. No biggie here in this department. I got nothing going on. Griffin is what I thought was only when it was summoned. It actually turns out it is a blanketing skill drain for all non-link monsters, which is why it's so good. So we're gonna go ahead and activate Nova, giving us another Alpha Thuban, thinking that we got this. In my mind, I was like, yeah, we 100% got this. We're gonna go ahead and Gamma special summon Zeta. Gonna go into Mubeta Fafnir. Gonna go attempt to activate the effect. And I'm like, oh, reading is hard. They don't say Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read for nothing, and we're just gonna go ahead and call it, and we are going into game 2. Just like that, Griffin just sauced me up. Anyways, yeah, shout out to SoloYgo, one of my really good buddies. If you haven't checked out his content already, he's a growing YouTube channel just like myself, but he is rapidly growing. High production value content, just some really good things. Great guy, great vibes. Go check him out. Link will be in the description below. I do want to give a shout out to the rest of my team. We're out here killing it, doing great things, getting some top 18s, top 16s. Doing well at nationals. But you know, it is what it is. Do want to mention that our Discord is accepting people, like always. We're trying to grow as a community. We're having free and paid events using dueling sims, remote duel access, whatever. I want to try and bring fun things to the rest of the community. Activating Cyber Emergency, I got full combo. I'm about to turn skip this fool. He has no responses. I'm like, dude, GG, dude. GG, brother. My brother in arms, my brother in Christ, whatever you want to say. My brother in cards. My duelist homie. We got Zeta going into Prep Right now to grab Benton, the ninja ritual, the best not once per turn fairy searcher there ever was, ever will be. Zeta treating Benton for cost. That's gonna get us Medionis Drytron plus a fairy from deck, and we're gonna go into Trillion Hands because we are on the Herald of Perfection turn skip variant. I call it Max Perfection because it is perfect. He basically says droplet me. Like, I mean, if you don't got the droplet, you don't got the out. Activating Nova. And we're gonna get Alpha Thuban. Good old Thuban. Alpha Zeta combo still is gonna be and forever will be one of the best combos there is. We love it. We love to see it. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that Chaos Max and a Dawn of the Herald. The reason why we're doing the Trillion Hands here, it is because I wanted to make sure I had access without using Gamma. So I'm putting myself on my 5th summon here. But I grabbed the wrong card. We're gonna go Medionis Drytron, attributing Gamma for cost, Gamma from hand, and then reducing by 1,000 adds. Now we're gonna go Alpha Thubin Tribute, special summoning itself, using Benton's effect. We're gonna grab Benton with Thubin and then Herald of Perfection with Benton. And now we have access to a Dawn of the Herald on our 5th summon. And we already have plenty of fairies in hand, which is super great here. Benton, search Benton. Dawn of the Herald banish to add the Benton back to hand, which is just free value. Gonna go ahead and go into our Mubeta Fafnir, which is going to dump from deck. Because like I said, this deck is just insane. We're gonna dump that Delta. We already have perfect hand. We got what we need. Now we're gonna activate our Medionis Drytron. Go ahead and detaching 2 from Beta Fafnir to special summon the Chaos Max. Activate Chaos Max, attributing Trillion Hands. Gonna go ahead and link 2 into Dynamon. No effect on summon because that's kind of silly. And we're gonna activate Delta, treating Benton for cost. We're gonna draw, and thinking on the add, we're gonna add Natasha, and we'll pass turn here. No, we're gonna link 1 and a link Rebo. Super great. Got 3 fairies in hand, Herald Perfection, Dynamon, go draw phase, or turn skipping. If you want to check out the full deck list too, go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. Well, y'all be on it, but it's on here. There's a revised edition coming soon, utilizing the mega list and just ways using Benton once in a turn, let alone 4 or 5 times, is literally insane. There was a little dispute here in chain linking. He wanted to activate his Dispel to special summon Hugin in response to the effect of Chaos Max. But since, Chaos Max effect, he wouldn't be able to get the Hugin effect because it would activate on a separate chain. So we were discussing that he should change the effect of Dynamon. That way he can get the effect of Hugin if he wants to discard 2 search. Because he is playing the Runic package and he's not necessarily playing monster effects, but he would still get the Hugin search. That way he can get the Runic Fountain and have some sort of playability. Ended up passing on the misplay, activate evenly match. I'm just going to go ahead and banish the Lingaribo. I was like, wow. We're like, yeah, banish the Herald Affection. That's what you should do. But we decided against it. I wanted to keep my Shining Negate on the board. Now, what decks do you guys want to see live? We got between the 2 of us, we have every deck in the format, and we have a majority of the Edisons, and I have 2 Goat decks. We have just a lot of fun stuff. He activates the Sunny Stitch stuff. I just let it through. I was like, I don't really care too much about that. He doesn't have monster effects anyways. But as you can see, his hand is pretty booty juice. But it's looking like game 2 is about to be a wrap. I do have full combo for the crackback. So we got the Boral Sword OTK plus anything he does, we can Natasha snipe. And it does negate destroy. That was another clarification here. Go easy on us. We haven't played these decks in a while. Alright, now with some vigorous hand shuffling and my dog paying a visit with his butt, we are going to set 1 card, 1 monster face down, and we will also set 2 spells and traps, passing his turn. Really debating on what I want to add here, right? I got so many options. Literally, I have Alpha, Zeta, Benton, Gamma, you name it, I have it in hand. Gonna attribute Delta, draw a card, leaving the Benton in hand just in casies. We got some good stuff. We're gonna activate Natasha. Oh, he dispelled sniping Natasha, activating Nova. Because we're so good at this game, that was our top deck. We topped the Nova. Already having like an insane hand. Well, we're gonna go Nova in the Delta. And then we're gonna reduce to add. We're gonna activate. No, we're not. We're gonna reduce to add. Now we're gonna activate. Because we're gonna dump the Draco Nids. Best drytron card is Draco Nid. That card makes so many games possible. We're gonna ritual into Natasha, detaching 1 from Beta Fafnir, which is Natasha not being once per turn is another bonkers thing about Cyber Angels. Cyber Angels have so many just hurtful effects and so many cool interactions that aren't once per turn that it surprises me the deck didn't ever see a lot of success in competitive play, with the exception of Idleton, Natasha, and Venton. They really do carry the format. Well, they really do carry the archetype, and yeah. Well, you go ahead and see me here misplay. I already tributed the Natasha, the Benton. I was gonna it gives me access to Natasha and Diviner, all that stuff, right? But I ended up shuffling the Idleton back by accident because a slight variations of the misplay. We're gonna have just a solid link 4 here into the Boral Sword, setting ourselves up for the game, which is great. Now we're gonna activate Natasha, banishing Benton for cost. Gonna steal his monster, and we're gonna keep going because that's what this deck does. We just go. We're just doers. We keep going. A second Dynamond here would have been really fun, because I can just target to bounce. And I think here moving forward, even though we do not have Mind Hacker in the format anymore due to the ban list, I really do think it's beneficial to play a second Dynamond, especially in a late game, because you can just recycle your Chaos Max. Yes, we are in a bestial side or bestial main format. However, I still think if your opponent just isn't paying attention or is just lacking, you're just gonna FTK. And one bestial doesn't do much. Banish a Benton. Rock on, brother. We're gonna go ahead and do the Nightmare Phoenix, draw to blah 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 to force out the destruction. He does say, oh, I'm just gonna chain, but he goes to summon, grabs a Jerry, and I just Natasha steal for game, which is, this is the end of game 2 right here. A beautiful OTK, super nib range. All I got is a spell in hand, but luckily he did not have it. Regardless of how much life points he did gain, I gained more. Natasha gained life points, the best time card. What more do you want with it? It's extremely searchable. There's 9 cards in the deck. That's well, if you count your diviners and your trillion hands, you have 11 ways to access Natasha. 11 ways to access Benton. Well, 14 ways to access Benton. As you guys know, a fan of this channel, if you are, there's 180 of you right now. We're growing. Rituals are my favorite type of summoning. I do have a special place in my heart for Drytron and Tri-Brigade, aka my forever copium. The deck set will just haunt my dreams forever until I get a solid top 8 top with both of them. One day we'll get there, and it's gonna be absolutely fantastic. Already started, got the Hugin, got the discard. He is looking strong. And there was a little bit of malfunctioning there. But he goes Hugin blue to grab Jet, uses a gigantic sprite over Hugin and blue, detaching. So I do apologize for that. That was my terrible editing. I'm still learning how to be better. I am saying he should definitely try running the Assault Synchron in this variant. I don't know. It's level 2. It just seems fun. Is it good? I don't know. Maybe some testing will be a lot of fun. I'm not the best Sprite player. However, I do love Sprite. I love my dirty soda, as people like to call it, because they're dark monsters. and it's Sprite, so it's Dark Sprite, Evil Sprite. But we are sitting, I think, pretty here. We're sitting pretty. Regardless of what he's got, we're going to try to bust that board. Gonna go Gigantic into blue. Doesn't get the effect of summon because it's not the only monster they control. Gonna activate Destruction to special summon another Hugin. That way he can get the Fountain proc. Gonna get a solid draw 3 here. Now, I'm gonna tell everybody what the best Runic deck is, and it's my hot take of the night, and it's gonna be Runic Watts. Because what you doing if you're not playing Runic, am I right? Just kidding, deck's trash, but new support is really fun. Use the starter off the Jet. I know for a fact he had more than one Fountain in hand, just because he did not use the effect of Hugin. So we already know he's bricked up. Can I get a bricked up in the chat? Just drop a bricked up in the comments. Let's go. But they're bricked up. I'm not. He's going starter in a carrot, taking 1k. This puts me at an advantage. We're in time. This right here was a 39-minute duel, but we did speed it up. So anyway, he's gonna go ahead and hit that IP with a misplay, utilizing the carrot over the Jet. Just had some bad placing, not necessarily a misplay, it's just placing in general. It goes and links to using the blue off that, so he has the IP. He does have the Griffin build ready to go. However, we do not have shit. We're gonna go ahead and draw for turn, but we do have potential. We have the potential to crack him back. Little discussion on why his placements were so silly. We were just playing the game. We're tired. We usually play around like 10, it seems like 9 to midnight around there. So it's always a late night when we get together and play. Gotta love having full careers. But he goes in IPs after the effect of Zeta. I'm making sure I read the effect fully, and I do get the effect of Zeta because it resolves fully. If not, please tell me in the comments below, because I haven't been able to find the interaction, and I really would like to know. As far as I understand, it is, but like I said, I'm not the best duelist out there. I'm here to grow. I want to grow with y'all. Plus, we're getting cooler mats here soon. Gonna have a local artist hook us up with an awesome new logo banner design. So the whole channel's gonna get a nice little revamp. So we're gonna go Zeta, Zeta, Zeta. What am I thinking here? Gonna do a hand shuffle. We thinking, what can I do? Well, there isn't much we're doing here, but we're gonna do something, and it's gonna be something you all be proud of. We do have the Chaos Max in hand, just double clarifying that I do get the effect of Zeta, and we both came to the conclusion that I do. So we're gonna go ahead and get that draw. Well, not the draw, the search. And like I said, if we did anything wrong in this, please let us know in the comments, because we're both trying to get better at each of our decks. We love this game so much. We want to have a nice, solid community with some positive feedback. Really fearing his Fountain, but we're just gonna go ahead and say screw it. We're gonna have the special summon here. No effect on summon, so he still has access to monster effects, but no response on his part. The cool thing about the Chaos Max effect in battle phase, when you destroy a monster, you can actually just add back your ritual spell or any spell engrave. But what was I searching? I don't even know. I think I was responding. Oh, we're doing calculators. Getting life points. You take a solid 300. I get to add just like a control monster in my battle. I'm gonna grab this. We are gonna special summon Alpha, attributing Zeta some good shenanigan stuff. Gonna grab Herald of Perfection. Now, this is where I thought things were gonna get a little silly, and I couldn't really see the line in my head, in my eyes. And it blows my mind. I opened up Kurikara, and I really wanted him to activate the effect of Griffin. He almost did, just to grab a runic spell. But we're gonna go in Dynamond here, use the effect to throw back the Jet. That way we're just at a complete reset. I have the monster effect lock. Literally comes down to him activating, like grabbing a Bestial off the top deck. And we go in the draw phase, effect the special. We know he doesn't have a battle phase this turn, so it's just straight up. You need monsters to make a board. If not, make sure you have the Runic Sun going. Earlier that day, he did absolutely crush me and my dinos, which is pretty funny. Again, that video quality is pretty low, but we're gonna slap it together and then show you some really cool dino combos. Well, show you some really cool choke points that dinos have. My wife wanted a photo of our puppy, so I had to get a little video of Ron. Sorry about that. And at this point, we decided to scoop past game. It was a good 2 of 3. But don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and then check out the rest of the content. It really does so much for the channel. And y'all have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, and stay safe.